Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. It is Shamrocks and Shenanigans weekend at the Michigan Renaissance Festival. One of the things I love so much about the Michigan Renaissance Festival is that every single weekend we have another theme going on. And this weekend, as I said already, is Shamrocks and Shenanigans, a celebration of Irish culture, heritage, folklore. There'll be limericks, there'll be rhymes, there'll be drinking, there'll be dancing. All those things that are inherently Irish, a lot of people will be participating with it, and that's what I like, is that these themed weekends give people an opportunity to get in the spirit and change things up a little bit, because the Renaissance Festival is 7 weekends long, and very often for the people who work there and for people who come up with season passes, it's a lot of the same thing. Where we have the same stores and we have the same stage acts, and there's a comfort with that because people keep coming back specifically for that reason. It's a festival that's centered around a particular point in history, and we keep repeating it every single year. So people like repetition that come to the Michigan Renaissance Festival. That's why we see a lot of these stage acts doing the exact same shows, and that's also why we see a lot of people who come to these shows reciting the lines of their favorite stage acts along with the people on stage, which arguably can be annoying, but hey, people who come to the Renaissance Festival are coming there for that experience. It's like the people who watch Rocky Horror Picture Show and want to say all the lines along with Rocky Horror Picture Show. They've seen it 1,000 times, they know how it ends, they know what the middle is, they know all the words of that song, but they still keep coming back for more for some reason or another. So it's nice for the people who work there, as well as the patrons too, to have all these different themed weekends. And I'm pleased as punch because Shamrocks and Shenanigans can be a lot of fun, especially because I'm tickled pink when I hear Irish accents. I love Irish culture and folklore, and I like seeing leprechauns walking around. I love the idea of luck in general, and the Irish culture is more or less kind of playful and tongue-in-cheek, and I really appreciate Irish culture all the way around. So Shamrocks and Shenanigans it is, my friends. So please come on out to the Michigan Renaissance Festival this weekend. I, TheAmazingFlec, will either be Flec the Fool or Flec the Wanderer. We'll have to find out who I'll be when you get there, and I'll be doing my stage shows at 10:30 in the morning, 12 o'clock noon, 2:15, and 4 o'clock at Igor's Roost Stage, which is located right by Blackstone Castle. Blackstone Castle is the castle that we have at the Michigan Renaissance Festival, where we have our Feast of Fantasy events, as well as the King's Ale Hour, of which I will be performing at all of those events as well. I typically do a couple of smaller vignettes for the Feast of Fantasy, and I also do a special show for the King's Ale Hour, which is the last show of the day in the castle. It's about an hour, maybe a little bit longer than an hour, of some very, very bawdy, adult-centric entertainment with some chicken wings and beer and potato chips. So you have to be 21 or up to get in, kids, so sorry, no kids allowed for that one. But if you purchase a ticket for Feast of Fantasy, you get a 6-course meal. Delicious food prepared right there in the kitchen by master chefs. You get about an hour and a half, sometimes as long as 2 hours of entertainment and food and dining experience. And it's just delicious. The food is amazing. I've had it myself. I've seen what they cook there. Delicious desserts, all sorts of stuff. If you go to the Michigan Renaissance Festival website, you can see what their menu is for those particular days and those particular weekends and figure out what Feast of Fantasy you would like to go to. And if you do check out the Feast of Fantasy, you will see me doing a contact juggling show in the castle for your entertainment. And I have to tell you, it's a pretty good show because I have Black Murray. Black Murray is the band that plays inside the castle for all these special events, and they play music for me while I dance around and do my crystal ball manipulations. And if you get to the last show of the day in the castle for the King's Ale Hour, I will be doing my special fire juggling act, yes. So make sure you come on out to the Michigan Renaissance Festival and you come check out one of my 4 stage shows at Igor's Roost, or even get yourself a Feast of Fantasy ticket. If you get a Feast of Fantasy ticket, it's $100. You get your 6-course meal, you get some drinks, you get the 1.5 to 2 hour long bit of entertainment, and you also get free admission in the festival. So if you spend $100, you get free admission, right? Is that how that works? I don't know. The point is that it's worth the price, because you can think about it. You can go out to dinner with you and a loved one, and you can have a good old time. You can order a bottle of wine. You can have the nicer things on the menu. How much is it going to cost you? It can cost you $100 to sometimes $300 if you're really going all the way out. And in this particular case, if you spend $200, you'll get enough food for the whole entire day. I think it's a lot of food in that castle. A lot of people throw away a lot of that food, but If you pack away that food, it's probably more than enough calories to get you through a day, and you get access to the rest of the festival throughout the rest of the day, and you get some drinks while you're in there, and you get the entertainment. It's a very, very good value in my opinion. So if you choose to go down that route, you'll see me in the castle doing my show, and if you don't choose to go that route, I hope that you find a way to get a ticket at any one of the local retailers that give you some deals, and you come out and see my show and all the other wonderful shows at the Michigan Renaissance Festival. If you haven't been there, it's truly worth checking out and going to, and if you have been there, you probably already know what it's all about, and you probably already go every single year. And if you have gone there and you don't go there every single year, it's probably just not for you, and that's okay too, because if you're not having a particularly good time at the Michigan Renaissance Festival, it's not working out for us, then you probably shouldn't come if it's not for you. The point is though, is I think the Michigan Renaissance Festival has something for just about everyone out there, and I think that you're worth it. You should treat yourself and come out to the Michigan Renaissance Festival for Shamrocks and Shenanigans weekend, September 18th and Sunday, September 19th. Anyways, this video is just to promote the Michigan Renaissance Festival Shamrocks and Shenanigans weekend. It's Friday, it's about 10:30 at night, and I gotta edit this video and go to bed because I have to work at the Michigan Renaissance Festival all weekend. And these videos aren't gonna edit themselves, so I better get off this hat, take off this suit that I was wearing for the sake of the Shamrocks and Shenanigans video, and this formal shirt, which I'll take off when I'm done filming this video because frankly I don't get paid enough to take my clothes off on camera in front of you folks here on YouTube. So with all that being considered, thanks very much for watching. Please know I've been posting every single day for the year of 2021, and if you visit my playlist section here on my channel, you can see how I've carefully organized all of the content I've made so far this year into different playlists that make it easier to find something that you might find interesting. So if you check that out, I hope you click on a couple playlists and see what I've made so far this year. Some videos I'm very proud of, some videos I'm not particularly proud of. Sometimes I have a lot to say, and sometimes I'm obviously looking for something to say. But the point is that I've stayed true to my promise, and I've been posting every single day of this year, and I intend on keeping that promise until this year's done. And when this year's done, you can bet your bottom dollar I will not be doing it anymore, because it's been exhausting, my friends. It's been absolutely exhausting, and it's been a wonderful learning experience, and I don't regret doing it so far, and I've been having a lot of fun, believe it or not, doing all of it, but it's a lot of responsibility, and it's been affecting my personal life in very uncomfortable ways sometimes, but for the most part, the benefits have outweighed the negative sides many, many times over, and I'm very excited to keep posting next year, maybe on a weekly basis, and if I'm feeling up to it, maybe a couple times a week, but I'm not going to promise more than I can deliver, and I want to give much better quality content down the line. So with all that being considered, thanks once again for watching, and I'll remind you to never give up, and to do your best, and to stay true to you, and to be amazing, folks. Hope you come out to the Michigan Renaissance Festival. I hope you catch one of my shows, and if you do, say hi. Until then, take care and good night. See ya.